Welcome back to our weekly market analysis. Market analysis for week 9, 2025. So this is the first week of the month of March. February and January, they're all behind us. Here is the monthly chart of dollar index. I'm starting with the monthly chart today because we are done with the month of February and we're into the month of March. So we want to see what has happened and what we expect to happen going forward. So this is the monthly chart of the dollar index. You can see what happened in the month of February. It was bearish all through. Opened here, rallied up, take out the high of January, and then it rallied down to the high, this old high right here. If you extend the line out, you see it got to the old high, and then there was a rejection. Now, I told us that this is where I want to see price trade to. And I told us in January that between January and March, I want to see price trade into this FVG, this bullish FVG. So that's also where what I'm still bearish on the dollar, overall bearishness. I want to see price get into this level before we see any form of movement to the upside. So when we get into this FVG, we would know if we're going to keep going lower or we're going to reverse from this FVG. But in the interim, my analysis going forward is still bearish until we get into this FVG right here. All right. So like you know, the power of three, you have open, high, low, and close. So market got to this point and then we had a reaction. This is the closing price. Of course, we expect some kind of reaction at the end of the month, okay, the last week of the month, and that's what we saw. Does it mean that it's going to reverse to bullish, to go high, going higher? I don't think so, but it can happen, but I don't think so. I'm of the opinion that it's going to be bearish. So this month of March, I'm still expecting bearishness until we get into this level. If we do it in 1 week, then I'll check to see if that will be a turning point to go bullishly, okay? On weekly time frame, so we had last week was bullish because, of course, it was the last week of the month of February, and I told us that we will see something like that, okay? We'll see something like that because it was the last week of the month. It will consolidate here or just go straight down. I gave us such a scenario last week when I was doing the analysis. If you go back to the video, listen very well, you hear me say that. That it has done this doesn't mean it is time to reverse. I don't think so. This is a bearish order block that price has retested. It has traded back to the bearish order block, and this is where we are inside the inversion FVG right here on weekly and daily time frame. It's inside. The body is closed inside the inversion FVG. So I'm still very much bearish. This high here, I don't want to see price trade and close above this particular week's high. The second week of the third week. That should be second week of the month of February. This high here, I don't want to see it violated. So I want to see trade within, consolidate within this bearish order block and then reverse and start going lower. So like I said, I'm still bearish on the dollar. Daily time frame. So we had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday consolidation. We had an expansion to the upside on Thursday, did same on Friday as well, and then the body closed inside the inversion FVG on weekly and daily time frame. So I want to see it consolidate here and then go lower. The highest point I want to see this thing go to, if you go to the left of this chart here, there's a little form of volume imbalance. Okay, that could be another level you might want to trade to, and then maybe see if you could retest this FVG here, the inversion FVG here, that if you extend this out, that could be the highest point I want to see this go to. But this high here shouldn't be violated, okay? So if that happens and it consolidates around this bearish order block, up close candle before this down move, I want to see price maintain or respect the 50% of the mean threshold of this bearish order block, and then see how to roll over to go down. Once it breaks above this side, then I think sentiment will change to the upside. But till then, we are still bearish on the dollar. Let's go to Euro USD, our fiber. So on the weekly time, monthly time frame, I beg your pardon. On fiber, it was bullish all through the month of February. Now, if you check here, you will see that I highlighted this bearish HBG in the form of a CB. So I'm expecting monthly time frame to trade into that level between now and the end of March. I want to see price trade into this area. We've had 2 months where price couldn't really, just like a consolidation. So I want to say expansion in the month of March into this level. And then this level should act like some form of resistance, okay? And then we should start rejecting from there to go lower. Long term, I'm bearish, but intermediate term, between now and the end of March, I want to see price trade into this level. So as dollar maintains its bearishness temporarily, this is going to go higher into this level. Weekly time frame, we had a bearish week in the month. In the last week, the last trading week of the month of February was bearish. This is it. Traded equal highs. This is too clean. I believe the market is going to send price higher. If you look to the left, you see volume imbalance here. So that could be an area the market could want to recapitalize before it sends price higher into this objective. All right. Daily time frame. So what it means is that I don't want to see this low violated. Price shouldn't trade and close below this low. All right. If it does that, then sentiment will change to the downside. On daily time frame, right, daily time frame, we had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday consolidation. We had expansion to the downside on Thursday, and then continuation to the downside on Friday. Inside what? Inside the bearish order block. And we have inversion FBG here. That could be where price may, trade to Monday, Tuesday, and then want to see expansion to the upside. I think for me, this low here also shouldn't be violated. This low here shouldn't be violated. It should respect this bullish order block, and then send price higher. It could retrace into this inversion, this volume imbalance, but that should be the last line of defense for the bears, okay? So that it could go higher. So that's about that. GBP USD cable, monthly time frame. We had a bullish month. I'm still expecting price to go up to this level. All right. So in the month of March, I want to see price trade into this level before any retracement or reversal to the downside. Weekly time frame, we had a bearish week. Week 8 was bearish. So it could go bearishly again. We have this other block here, or proportion block. So you can recapitalize this proportion block before it sends price higher. On daily time frame, we have, what do we have on daily time frame? This area of inefficiency. So I think I should mark that out. So our cable has inefficiency right here. Good. So I'm expecting price to trade into this inefficiency. We have other block. It should consolidate here. This should act as support to send price higher. Of course, ultimately, we want to see price into this level before the end of March. Okay, so we'll trace and then we'll go higher. And this new trading week is non-farm payroll. So your IED trading days should be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Thursday and Friday should be left, because market could be very erratic that period, those 2 days, okay? But after non-farm payroll, the market will be cleaner for you to trade. All right, so that's my analysis for the cable. Let's go to Aussie dollar, AUD USD. The month of February wasn't decisive. That's traded into this area, faded completely. Okay, just a little left. I think it will consolidate around there. And when dollar starts going bullishly, this will go lower. On monthly time frame, there is no, apart from testing this bearish order block opening price, I guess that might be the highest form of bullishness for this pair. On weekly time frame is what I'm, let me go back to monthly time frame. Okay, so above this inefficiency right here, that's what I'm looking at. So that's around this area here. We have another order block here. So I think this area should be, any movement to the upside should be met by some form of resistance here before price starts going down. All right. So that's about that. But if it breaks below this low, then sentiment will change for this pair. Daily time frame, we saw it traded into this. We have other block here. It has broken this low. If it doesn't react from here and starts going higher, then you might want to take out this low. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, because there's no other area of inefficiency right here, apart from going to trade around this area here, where we have the monthly and weekly. I think monthly order block. Other than that, there's nothing I'm seeing here. NZUSD, Kiwi, monthly time frame, what do we have? We had a bearish month that's traded into that area of inefficiency I mapped out. And then we had a rejection. So it could pop up higher again in the month of March, as long as dollar remains bearish, trades into that objective and the one objective outlined, then this might send price higher. We have a bearish order block here. That could be another significant movement in price to the upside. On weekly time frame, we have this area here. I'm expecting price to trade. We have equal highs here. Trade up, small FVG inside here, and to this bearish order block. Daily time frame. What do we have? Daily time frame. Network is bad. Okay. Let's come back. So this area here, I'm expecting price to want to trade to. So to just be pull back 50% of this week right here, and then send price higher back to this level before the significant movement to the downside. Remember, overall, we are bearish. We don't want to see this go up a little into this area because we expect the dollar to break down. So this might want to go higher. The dollar goes down, this will definitely go higher. Our Luni took out the price and liquidity resting here, but not so much. So I expect it to do that again. But in the interim, what we have this, I don't think what old high is here. I think that might be what price might want to trade back to this old high. Other than that, there is nothing I'm seeing here. If it goes lower, we have FBG here. I don't think that might be the case, because dollar, before this will get to this place, dollar would have gotten into that DC, price side imbalance, sell side inefficiency on the monthly time frame. And once dollar gets to that level and starts going higher, this will also force this to start going higher, because I think that this is not the end for the upside objective of this on this pair, because these clean highs, we just had just a little retracement, just a little sweep. I want a significant sweep. So a movement down to test this old high would be the catalyst to send price higher to sweep the buy side liquidity properly. All right, next one we have weekly time frame. Let's look at weekly time frame of this pair, and then let's see what we have there. All right, so weekly time frame we had, that's that high I was talking about. Then we traced down. We didn't even get to any old high. We just traded into this inefficiency, and this is where we are. They could trade to the rejection block and then give up the ghost and go lower. We have the old high here to test. we have this area of inefficiency, this other block as well. So downside objective, this low here could be pushed inside this other block before we see another rally higher. Daily time frame, what we have. So on daily time frame, this is where it has rallied to. I think the rejection block will just be where I want to trade to before it goes lower. All right, if it breaks above the 50% of this week, then I think we want to start rolling high. But still then, I still feel that it might consolidate here because I want to see dollar go lower. And if dollar goes lower, this also might send price lower a bit. Okay, let's go to the next asset. So money time frame, USD JPY. I'm still of the opinion that we'll run this high, all right, on a monthly basis. But of course, because dollar has not been bullish significantly, that's why this is consolidating here. So once dollar resumes its bullish movement, we're going to see all-time high this pair. Okay, that's created double bottom. A sweep of this bottom into this other block would be, we have small FVG here. So a sweep below it into the other block, filling in the FVG completely will be what we might expect this new trading week, week 9. All right. Well, on daily time frame, we have some bullish objective. We have bearish other block here, another proportion block here. So we capitalize on this other block and then send price lower, sweep these equal lows into this FVG right here. This is where looking at for us to have some form of reaction. Okay, this low should be left unviolated. We'll have an FVG here. So if it goes up a little and then starts rolling down, I want to see it trade to this as and then find some support right here. All right, so that's for USD JPY. So you trade into here, you know, and if it starts consolidating here, perhaps Monday, Tuesday, Asian session into London, that could be a catalyst for sell into this area. Okay, that's just a little swing trading of how many pips? Let's see. How many pips would that be? Around, oh, that's a whole lot. Okay, that's over 600 pips, almost 700 pips. Okay, so that's a good swing trade. So if it gets there and starts giving us signal for itself, that's a good swing trading objective to this level. All right, so that's about that. The next one is USD CHF, Sweezy. So for Sweezy week monthly time frame, we had a bearish month. I still expect it to trade to this level before any pullback to the upside. Remember, dollar is the first currency in this pair. So if dollar is going to go lower, it's also going to force price to go lower. Dollar was overall bearish. That's why this was also bearish overall in the monthly time frame. Weekly time frame we had last week was a pullback, just as we saw the dollar index. We had a very bearish order block. We have that could be taking our previous week's high. This new trading will expect such thing like that, and then before it starts going down. Daily time frame, take out this high into this FVG just by a little. They have equal highs here. Trade into this FVG. If you mark out this FVG, the 50%, it should trade below it. It shouldn't go above it. And then we'll see significant movement to the downside into this objective here that we're applying. That's where I'm looking at before we start rallying higher again. Remember, I told us that these are equal highs. Even on weekly time frame, we have equal highs. So any trade down into this level, that should be met by some form of support to send price higher, clear this buy side liquidity into this area of inefficiency. That's my target between now and the end of March. I want to see, at least let it take out this buy side liquidity, even if it doesn't get here, but it definitely should take out this buy side liquidity before the end of March. The next one is our indices. Like I said, on this pair, we overall were monthly time frame, you can see it's been consolidating for how many months now? 1, 2, 3 months. From November till February, we've had consolidation here. Okay. So this last month, the month of February, took out, made a higher high. I think the month of March will see another higher high again, you know, because these are two clean highs. This level I outlined, maybe in the month of March, we'll see a sweep that level. Okay, if it breaks below this low significantly, closes below this low, then I think bearish sentiment will change from being bearish to what? To bullish. Daily time frame. Daily time frame can see the level of consolidation since October till now. Okay, clean highs here. So it could just sweep this liquidity, but not, you shouldn't close below it. You should sweep it and then rally. We have other block that could capitalize from this low to this high. I think that would be a good discount level. This low to the high that's created. So that could be a good discount level. Sweeping all these lows into this area of inefficiency. We have other block. We have what do you call it now? We have this inversion FBG as well. So I think movement to the downside, this is where I'm looking at before we send price higher one more time to clear this buy-side liquidity and create new highs for this pair. All right, so that's about that. We could see if it keeps going up, we have small inefficiency here, and then that could be catalyst to send price down to this objective before we go up. So something like this, up, down, and then rally up later on. That's about that. I think that is the same thing for NASDAQ. It will clear this buy-side liquidity, trade to this other block, last line of defense, this FBG here, before any significant pull back to the upside. Equal highs there, too clean. So this what it's doing here. Just want to grab more liquidity to send price higher. Weekly time frame. Let's see if we have any area of inefficiency. Nothing. So we have other block here. That would what their price would trade to. Recapitalize, trade back to the other block before it sends price higher. Monthly time frame, we have been consolidating as well. If it breaks below this low, then we'll make some significant movement, take out this low as well to this level. But I don't see that happening. I think we'll rally higher, face new highs here. That's about that. US 30, same thing. Weekly time frame, FBG, traded to the FBG. All right. One more time, we need to trade into this area. So if it pulls back up here, want to see rally down, fill in this FBG, trade back to bullish order block before any significant movement to the upside. Or we can clear this liquidity here. We have another form of order block here and FBG here. So if it clears this liquidity, that's what we're going to in the short term. But ultimately, these highs are too clean for market to live in this way. But gold, what we have on gold, it was overall bullish. It took out that high we talked about, that line here, created a new high. The high is around 2,956 price level. So I think it should go higher again, but we have small of FVG and other block here. So any downside objective, that's where I'm looking at. It's been bullish, so some form of pullback is expected from this low, this high. If we trade into here to recapitalize this other block before it sends price higher. So if dollar is going to go bearish a little, this will create a newer high. We have relatively equal highs here. To create a new high before it starts going down. Daily time frame, you can see the equal highs. They are too clean. So I want to see it rally higher as we expect dollar to go lower. So this will rally higher, clear this buy-side liquidity before we have pullback or retracement to the downside. Bitcoin monthly time frame has been consolidating around this level where it created the new high. So what we expect is that we want to see a run above that high, create a higher high. I told us that we had a sharp rejection into this FVG. That's not even gotten to the old high. It could pull back again down to this level, take out this low, straight back to this old high before another push to the upside. All right, so that's our analysis for week 9. Analysis for week 9. These highs are too clean. If it breaks above this high, then we are going to take out this to create new high. But other than that, it would roll over. This would act as resistance to send price lower. Take out this low. FBG is here, old high as well. We have old high here. So if it trades into this, that will be recapitalizing the old high, filling some inefficiency before it goes out to take out these equal highs. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. So dollar index, we expect our resistance at this bearish order block to send price lower, clear the sales and liquidity into the monthly PC. That should, this order block here should hold price as support before we start seeing movement to the upside. Okay, significantly clearing out this high, creating new high. All right, that's what I'm looking at. But if it breaks above this high, then sentiment as I would change from being bearish short term or intermediate term to overall long term bullish. Once it breaks above this high, there's no level of inefficiency right here, apart from taking out the old high, but this high made and then creating new highs. Okay, so that's our anticipation going into this new trading week, week 9. So bullishness on dollar just maybe Monday, Tuesday, and then roll over. I want to see a bearish week at the end of the day. Okay, especially non-farm payroll, sending price lower to the downside. Okay, so that's about that. So the opposite will be seen, expected to be seen on fiber, cable, on Aussie, and on Kiwi. Then we have same thing, same scenario. Whatever dollar is doing, we want to see same scenario for Loonie, for yen, and then for Squeezy. And of course, see what I talked about for indices and also for gold. All right, so thank you very much. I'll see you guys next week for another episode of weekly market analysis. Thank you and good night.